Hey everyone, and welcome back! Today, we re-diving into a story that could only happen in the wonderfully chaotic world of Gru and his minions. It's a tale of mischief, mayhem, and mayonnaise. Let's call it the mayonnaise mishap. Our scene opens in Gru's bathroom. It's surprisingly tidy, with everything in its place. On the counter sits the holy grail of Gru's morning routine. A pristine tube of his super strong hair gel. But lurking nearby are our three favorite agents of chaos, Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. They're huddled together, whispering and giggling in that unmistakable Minion way. You just know something is about to go down. Kevin, ever the ringleader, holds up the tube of hair gel in one hand and a giant jar of mayonnaise in the other. He points from the mayo to the gel, a devilish grin spreading across his face. He looks at Stuart and Bob and lays out the plan in perfect gibberish, but the message is crystal clear. Betel, Gouda, Prunka, A. Mayon-nay-C. The mission: replace Gru's precious hair gel with creamy, tangy mayonnaise. It's simple, it's devious, and it's pure Minion genius. Stuart, always ready for some fun, giggles enthusiastically. Hooga! Hey, he takes on the role of the meticulous operator. His job is to carefully squeeze all the hair gel out of its tube and into a container they've hidden nearby. But, as is often the case, with Minion plans, things don't go smoothly. Stuart squeezes a little too hard, and the gel, being super sticky, gets all over his tiny hands. He struggles, shaking his hands, but just ends up with a sticky, gooey mess. The first crack in their flawless plan is already showing. Seeing Stuart's struggle, Bob decides to step in and help. Ho, Bob! His intentions are always so pure, but his execution, not so much. He grabs the jar of mayonnaise in a tiny funnel, ready to pour the mayo into the now empty hair gel tube. Oopsie! Papoy! He declares with a cheerful grin. He holds the funnel over the tube and misses completely. A huge, globby dollop of mayonnaise splats right onto the counter, oozing and spreading everywhere. It slides right into Gru's toothbrush holder, coating the bristles in a thick, white goo. Now the splat is just disgustingly perfect. The camera zooms in on the disaster zone, a sea of white where a clean counter used to be. Kevin is not pleased. He looks at the mayo-covered counter and then at Bob, who just offers an innocent, wide-eyed, annoyed. Kevin lets out a frustrated malanga. No! 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 And shoves Bob aside. He decides to take matters into his own hands. If you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself, right? Kevin grabs a tiny spoon and tries a more delicate approach, scooping the mayonnaise and attempting to transfer it into the hair gel tube. But the mayo is slippery, and the spoon is tiny. He keeps dropping it, getting more and more mayonnaise on his hands, his face, and even his goggles. He gets so frustrated and sticky that he starts wiping the excess mayo all over Stuart, who just stands there, now covered in both hair gel and mayonnaise. Somehow, through sheer willpower and a lot of mess, they manage to get a decent amount of mayonnaise into the tube. The prank is armed and ready, but now they have a new problem. The evidence. The bathroom counter looks like a food fight. They need to clean up before Gru gets back. Their brilliant solution! They switch it on, and the little vacuum makes a pathetic worry sound as they point it at the mayonnaise. Instead of sucking up the mess, the dustbuster's exhaust just blows the mayo around, spreading it into an even thinner, wider layer of disaster. In the middle of this cleanup chaos, Stuart, who's already a sticky mess, takes a step, slips on a particularly large glob of mayo, and goes flying slippy. He slides across the floor, arms flailing, and crashes headfirst into a laundry hamper full of Gru's clothes. The crash is loud, and all we see are his little legs kicking from inside the hamper. Even in failure, they find it absolutely hilarious. Sometime later, the bathroom is, well, it's not clean, but the minions are gone. The trap is set. The door opens, and in walks Gru. He looks as grumpy as ever. groaning as he prepares to start his day. He walks straight to the counter, completely oblivious to the faint smell of vinegar and the slightly off-white sheen on his toothbrush holder. He grabs his trusty hair gel tube. He doesn't notice that it feels a little squishier than usual. He squeezes a generous amount into his hand. It comes out thick and white. He rubs his hands together and begins to work it into his hair, shaping his signature pointy style. Then, he pauses. He sniffs the air. Ooh-ha-ha! What is that smell? He grumbles. He continues, rubbing his hair, but then feels something. Off! Is this Chunky? His expression shifts from grumpy to utterly bewildered. He leans into the mirror to get a closer look. His hair isn't sleek and styled. It's slicked down with thick, white, gloppy mayonnaise. He sees little chunks of something in his hair. He slowly brings his hand to his nose and takes a deep, long sniff. His eyes go wide. First with confusion, then with dawning horror, and finally with pure, unadulterated disgust. At that exact moment, a series of muffled giggles erupts from behind the shower curtain. The giggles grow louder and louder, turning into uncontrollable, maniacal laughter. Gru whips around, his face turning a shade of purple we've only seen a few times before. Minions, he roars. You fools. This is mayonnaise. The shower curtain flies open, and Kevin, Stuart, and Bob burst out, pointing and laughing hysterically at Gru's mayonnaise Selman hair. They can barely stand up straight from laughing so hard. Gru's rage hits its peak. He lets out another furious roar and starts chasing them. Get back here! You are so grounded. The video ends with a high-speed chase through the house. The minions are still shrieking with laughter, running as fast as their little legs can carry them. Gru is hot on their heels, his face a mask of fury. And as they run, they leave a trail of tiny mayonnaise footprints all over the floor. A perfect reminder of their greatest prank yet. What a classic Minion moment. You've got to love their dedication to a good prank. Thanks so much for watching with me today. If you enjoyed this chaotic tale, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more stories, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. See you next time.